What's going on, true believers? Guys, when you come here for your Saitama news, you are not coming here because you want to be told all of the great things that are going to happen. You come here because you want to be told the truth. You don't want to happen to you, but I don't care because the truth is still the truth. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, guys, Saitama's trading at 41.04 right now, and that is up. It's only up 5%, 6% in the 24-hour window, but the important part is that I've been giving you for a couple days, I've been telling you for a couple days that something was happening. And what was it? It was that descending wedge, that we are in a descending wedge. And when that happens, it was going to break one of two ways. So a few hours before it was scheduled to make that move to the upside, it started to break the support to the bottom. That started happening because, let's face it, you're not getting information. You're not getting the information that you want to get, even if you are getting information. All you're getting is a lot of fluff and a lot of bluster. You're not getting the cold, hard truth, the numbers, so that you can lay it out. And the fairness to that is this. They can't give you that because they don't know themselves exactly how this ends up playing out. They are doing the very best that they can with both the resources that they have and the time that they have to try to make something happen when they've told you since November that this was going to happen. Let's face it. We're talking about an app that worked perfectly in November that just needed to be audited, that is now being attacked in a DDoS basis by someone who doesn't want it to launch. And it's fair to say that there are a lot of people out here that just do not like Saitama. And I can tell you for one absolute certain that it is, or it should be at least obvious, that CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko do not like Saitama. They do not like that it represents something. Now, we can talk about it representing freedom. We can talk about it representing DeFi. It doesn't represent any of those things any more than any other token. There's a particular reason why they don't like Saitama, and we don't really know what that reason is right now. But what we do know is this. I gave you a guess, and I said I said on Friday that it was my guess that sometime on Saturday we were going to start to see them move to the upside. We broke the support down at the bottom, and then guess what? We hit the end of it, which was right about here. And then what did you see? You saw this enormous move. Then you saw a little sideways action. Then you saw this enormous move, a little sideways action, and an enormous move. Now, some of that is coming because Russ was on a Spaces on Twitter with David Gokhshtein, and they went over, talked about some of the hurdles, what's coming, some of the things that are coming next. There are a lot of different things that they went over, and then that brings us to the actual Saitama launch, which is no longer November, but now, I assume at some point today we're probably going to get some good information. I would think so. It seems a little odd that it would continue to drag out much longer. Here's what we know so far. Shinja decided that whatever the requirements were for Saitama were just absolutely not worth it, that they were going to go on their own and no longer concern themselves, which was a blow, but it's not an incredible blow. It's one token. It doesn't really matter in the long term. What you don't want is what I talked about before, little bait and switch that happened with them taking the money, using them for advertisement, and then telling them some kind of different rules after the fact. It's the early process. It's the Saitama team learning about what they should be doing, what they could be doing better, and how to improve on the process. So don't take it as a bad thing. This was just a learning process for them, and they learned that you can't pull the rug out on somebody without these big red consequences. So now we move on from there. Shinja's out, but in is Impact XP, which is down 17% on the day. I think that's probably a good dip and a great opportunity for somebody if you're looking to make a secondary play other than Saitama. Maybe a dip of 17% is a good one. Deku, Inu, Kishimoto, Shaman, Shunatu, Ridge, and Shiryo Inu. Lily is also coming, but It will be exclusive on Saitama and available as well, but not right away. We will notify everyone at least 24 to 48 hours ahead of time when we expect the Lily pairing to go live. We want everyone to have an opportunity to download the app, import the wallet, and be comfortable with the interface prior to making the token live. This allows everyone an equal opportunity to purchase at the same time. There was no pre-sale. It will be 100% fair launch. We will also be doing a live AMA prior to the launch to answer questions with the Lily finance team. And these things are kind of important. So I think that we're right there. Again, we're on the cusp of this thing finally doing what you and I have always believed Saitama is going to do, and that's blow up. And I don't think that anybody can really stop it at this point other than the development team, which I believe has learned a valuable lesson. They've learned what to and what not to do. They've admitted mistakes. They've admitted errors. And to be fair, I know a lot of you have when I get these videos out and I get these comments from everybody, I see all of your comments. I appreciate all of the effort that you guys put in and all the passion that you have for Saitama. And I see a lot of people calling it a rug pull, and I see a lot of people saying that they don't trust these guys anymore. But let me tell you, I invested a long time ago. Even at today's price, I am up a pretty good amount. But I feel that downtrend just like anybody else. Because to be fair, hey man, I wanted to go out and I wanted to buy myself a nice Tesla. And can't do that when the prices are low like this. What I do believe is that these guys, they have the best interest of you. They have the best interest of the product. They are ready and they are capable of doing an incredible job and taking you on this big journey. I believe that they are ready for that next big step. There's going to be mistakes made. They're not going to continue to make them, though. Moving on. All right, guys. I think the only way that you can lose on Saitama right now at this point is if you are not invested, number one. And number two, if you sell in the red for a loss. I think that would be a nonsense move. You probably shouldn't do it. If you feel like you need to get out of it, fine. You do what it is that you got to do. Protect what you think is important to yourself. But I am telling you that this is still going to have that big parabolic lift. And I keep saying parabolic. Maybe it's not going to be parabolic. Maybe it's just going to be a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5x or something like that. Maybe you don't consider that parabolic. We can debate that at some point. But as the minutes are creeping by, as the hours are closing in this morning, we are seeing a continued uptrend. And we are seeing a huge sort of lift from where we were a little while ago to where we are right now. So I think you're starting to see it. I think you're starting to feel it. I think we'll probably get an announcement either today or tomorrow, and then we'll see and we'll start to feel a nice move to the upside that's going to make everyone feel a whole lot better about what it is that's happening here. Now, if it doesn't happen, and if you don't get what it is that you want, whatever you do, don't go into Telegram, because there are people named after gods that like to kick you out for being helpful. Guys, this wasn't financial advice. I was always right, and I'm still right today. Have a good day.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining.